Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance. This is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG. It's located on the eastbourne of Sand River and it's under the command of WR104. Game started. Now, the M44 is probably the most loved Arty in the game, actually. More probably so than the 105 H18B2. And, well, a lot of Arty players love it because it's got such a wide arc of fire due to the swivel mount on the 155mm howitzer, and it's also got a fairly fast fire rate as well, so it's very deadly. Rounds out on that T52. Ooh, just zipped over his head. Now, it's not just the fact that it fires fast and it's got a wide arc of fire. No, it actually does a lot of damage. 550 alpha is the damage, so a few shots like that, penetrating shots, you can soon rack up a lot of damage on the enemy, especially heavy tanks. And of course it also does stun because it's got 155mm caliber. Now it's actually a Walker Bulldog hull with the 155mm gun mounted on top, and although you can see one of these actually in the film Patton at the traffic junction shot where Patton starts directing the tanks, you see an M44 go through the frame at that moment. This Arty didn't exist during Second World War. It was actually in the Korean War, not the Second World War. As you can see, the Walker Bulldog hull makes it quite quick. Good to relocate from the enemy, and of course two enemy tanks have made it quite close to us. There's a Type 64 and a Cromwell, and they've come in from the south. Yep, and unfortunately our Hummel just found out the hard way, just killed by the Cromwell. But WR104, he's relocating to ensure that the enemy can't get at him, and he's now going to fire back at them. Okay, it's a good spot. Okay, he's ready to go. The Cromwell and the Type 64 moving close towards the cap. And, oh, big hit on the Type 64. That was a penetrating shot for sure. Went straight through his armour. And the Cromwell, well, he's in danger too now. WR104 pulls back just a little bit. He's now going to line up a shot on that Cromwell. And he takes him out. And that was a direct hit as well. So two direct hits, one of which was a penetrating shot. I suspect that the other shot on the Cromwell also was potentially overwhelmed his armour. We'll have to look at the end to see if those were penetrating shots. I think they might have been. Okay, there are some enemies still close to the cap though. We've got a Super Jumbo, a Type 64 and a T37. So he's not going to go back to his old firing position. He's actually going to sit here for the moment. In fact, actually, he's decided to go into the dip because he's less visible to the enemy if he sits here. Okay, doesn't want to be too close to that edge though because it will restrict his field of fire. Okay, there's the Super Jumbo. He's got a red line. Yep, he's too close to the edge, you see. You need to pull back. You need to pull back in order to get shots on the enemy. Otherwise, you're not going to get a green line. Now, you can't see the Super Jumbo. And you can't see the T37 at the moment. I'd actually say a better place for him to shoot from would be up where the tank destroyer is located, slightly to the north of him. We've got there's a box tank to the north, the SU-100Y. We're going for that T30, Super Jumbo. Rounds out. Direct hit on the turret. 274. It didn't penetrate, but you can see he's been hit by Arty twice. He's got two yellow marks, one on the hull, one on the turret, and that turret one was from us. Or rather from WR104. But Super Jumbo's dead. And that's good news, because that means there's only that T37. He was still nearby. And, oh, there's that Type 64's in sight. Okay, T37's come back into sight, but we're going to try and get a shot on this Type 64. Dialing in. Nicely lined up, rounds out, and... he got him! Blind shot kill. took out the Type 64, so he's killed 2 of them now. And he's now going after the KV-2 because the T37's been killed. Just waiting for the reload to go in. His one is 17.17 seconds, not using premium consumables. And another direct hit. 188 this time. And he stunned him. He's going to have another shell ready very shortly. It'd be worth a blind shot at this stage. You can see lots of tracers going into that specific spot. He fires a blind shot in. And he's killed him! He got the KV-2. So 2 blind kills there for WR104. And now that he's safe because most of the enemy have been wiped out. And the enemy M44 has been spotted on that mount up at the other end of the map. He's lining up a shot. It's going to be a long flight time for the shell. And a direct hit wipes him out as well. So great game so far for WR104. 4 kills. Their last Arty's been spotted. He's just been killed, unfortunately, the Hummel. So that takes away the possibility of getting a counter battery. But the T37's in sight. So it appears he wasn't killed, that T37, or was that a different one? I think it was a different one, actually. And that T37, oh, just been killed by RT52. Their Dicamax is down, and that's the end of the game. Wow, it was over very quickly towards the end. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's a thirst mark of excellence there for WR104 in his M44. He got a second class tanker in the game, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, he got 4, and a bruiser for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 13 in that one. And his win rate for that game was 3,729. Now, this is the interesting thing. How many penetrating shots did he get? Well, yes, he did penetrate the Type 64. Did he penetrate the other Type 64? Yes, he did. Look, 535 hit points of damage on the first one. That was the one that he killed outright near his cap. And the other one, at long range, he did 153 hit points of damage on him with a penetrating shot that went over that ridgeline into him as he was pulling back away. A blind shot kill. And how about that KV-2? Was that penetrating? No, it wasn't penetrating, but it did do 223 hit points of damage to him. And was the Cromwell a penetrating shot? No, that wasn't. 169 to him. So who did he penetrate other than the Type 64s? There you go. There's the Type 64. It was the other Arty, the M44. He got him with a penetrating shot at very long range, a 3-second flight time for that shell, but it still took him out. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, look at that, and you can see he actually got the second highest damage in the game. The T37 got the highest one. He got the high caliber, and that was the one on the enemy team with 2460. And he picked up 1,637 hit points of damage. And after that, the next high scorer was the T52 with 1,405. He picked up a Confederate in that game. When it came to kills, he did get the highest number. He got 4 kills. The Striv M4257 got 3, and the Type 64 in his own team got 2 kills. So did the T37, the Dicamax, and the Cromwell. The Cromwell on the enemy team picked up a Pascucci's because he killed both his teammates. I think both the Artys, or 2 Artys on WR104's team, and the T37. Well, of course, he got the high caliber. When it came to base XP, though, it was WR104 again. He got 775, and I think that's from the stun assist. 708 goes to the Type 64, and 652 goes to the T52. He fired 10 rounds in that game, got 6 direct hits and 3 penetrations. Excellent, really excellent. 5 splash as well. Damage of 1,637 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did 84 hit points of damage assistance and 118 hit points of stun assist of 4 stuns. On a free-to-play account, he earned 21,835 credits, and after personal reserve bonus of 10,918, he had 32,753 credits. And after ammunition resupply, and this ammo is fairly cheap, he took away 27,703 credits. This is why the M44 is a great creditor, and it's a really good Arty to have because it means you can generate credits on a regular basis for other tanks. He earned 775 base XP and there was no multipliers, so that's all the experience points he took away. But a really good game to have your first mark of excellence in, a good win 8 on that game and some excellent penetrating shots. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. You wouldn't want to miss a really good replay, would you? Thanks for watching.